Shalom Chaver, continuing Thursday, the 17th of Nisan, in chapter 41, we were talking about the fact that the Alter Rebbe views the involvement in Torah mitzvahs like, so to speak, giving up your life. He equates it to when a person, and he compares involvement in Torah mitzvahs with someone that rejects idolatry at the cost of his life. That the person who rejects idolatry at the cost of his life maintains that union with Kadosh Baruch Hu, like a person that is involving himself with Torah mitzvahs. He's also giving over his soul to Hashem. So vihine, and behold, ba'chanazu, with this preparation, Shel Masir is natural Hashem, to this preparation of giving his whole life, his soul over to a Kadosh Baruch Hu, with that surrendering in the same spirit in which a man surrenders his soul to Hashem before his passing. Yatchil Birchas HaShachar, with that type of self-surrender, he begins the Birchas HaShachar, Baruch Atah, blessed are you, fully, etc. And also Bachanazu, with his preparation, Yatchil, he begins Lilmoy to learn Shir Kavua, his set shir of Torah study, miyad achar tefillah, immediately after tefillah. And so too, be'emsa yom, in the middle of the day, kodim sheyatchil lilmod, before he starts to study, tzricha achanazu lebachot, you have to have at least this preparatory feeling, or this preparation. Kinoda, like is known, sheikra hana lishma la'akev u'b'tchilas alimud b'benonim. As is known in the case of the Benonim, the essential preparation and intent for its own sake, where it is indispensable, is before the beginning of study. Kinoda, like it's known, sheikra hana, the primary preparation, lishma, for its own sake, la'akev, u'b'tchilas alimud b'benonim. What does that mean? Kamo baget with Sefer Torah, like in the case of writing a get or Sefer Torah, shetzrichim lishma la'akev, it must be for its own sake, and it's an indispensable requirement. Meaning to say that if this intention is not there for its own sake, it's not valid. And it is sufficient if at the commencement of writing a Torah scroll, the scribe says, I'm now about to write for the sake and purpose of the scroll of the Torah, or in this case of a bill of divorce for him and for her, and so on. V'da'oi shiyomar b'atchilas haktiva. Let's say your sefer, your sofer, and you're writing Sefer Torah, or you're writing a get. So you write Hareini kotev l'shem kedusha Sefer Torah. I'm writing for the sake of the holiness of Sefer Torah, or lishmoi v'lishma, for him or for her, in the case of a divorce. So similarly, says Rabbi Weinberg in the note, it's sufficient for a Benoni to have the intention for its own sake at the beginning of his study, for the sake of the Torah, Kedushas of Torah. And when he studies for a number of consecutive hours, in a row, there is for him to contemplate. In this contemplation, like we spoke about before, every hour, at least. Why every hour at least should you renew your intention to do it for its own sake, for the sake of Hashem? Because in each hour here there is hamshachas acheret, a different hamshacha, a different hashpa coming from above, a different flow coming from above, ma'olim yonim from the upper worlds, ne'achayot hatachtonim to give life to the lower worlds, v'hamshachas achayos and the drawing down of the life, shebashat shelafaneha from the drawing down of the vitality from the previous hour, choser l'mkoyroi goes to its source. So this hourly vitality is renewed and it's different. The one flow comes down at 1 hour and then returns to its source, and a new flow comes down. Thus, you need to reinstate your intention every hour. Ratzon v'shuv b'sefer Yitzira, like the principle of going and coming, going and returning, like in Sefer Yetzirah. Together with all the Torah and the good deeds of those who dwell here below. For in each of the 12 hours of the day, there rules one of the 12 combinations of the letters that form the four-letter name of Hashem, while the combinations of the letters that comprise the divine name Adonai rule at night as is known, for in each of the 12 hours of the day, each of the 12 hours of the day was one of the 12 combinations of the letters that form the four-letter name of Hashem. Seruf Echad Mayud Beis Serufi Shem Avaya, because you have the four-letter name of again Yud Hashem, Yud K Vav K, and so out of those four letters you could have 12 various combinations, and each of the 12 letter combinations, each one rules at a certain hour during the 12 hours of the day. But Yud Bet Sha'ud Hayom with Tzaruf Shem Adnai and the letter combinations of the four-letter name Adnai, Aleph, Daled, Nun, and Yud. They rule at night. The 12 combinations rule at night. Kanoda, like is known. Let's check out this note here regarding Hashem's name. At the bottom, this is a note of the Rebbe, not from Rabbi Weinberg, but the Rebbe himself. So the note here says the Tetragrammaton is composed of four letters, Yud and K, and Vav and K. Since two of the letters are similar, we are left with three different letters, which can form a total of 12 combinations, or so it would seem. The Rebbe notes, however, that first of all, the name Adnai consists of four different letters, providing for a total of 24 permutations. Oh, interesting. Well, only 12 of them predominate during the 12 hours of the night. Secondly, the two letters Hey and the Tetragrammaton have significantly different spiritual connotations. Thus, this divine name too is able to form 24 different spiritual permutations. The Rebbe therefore explains that the author Rebbe is saying here are that the 12 of the 24 possible combinations of the Tetragrammaton rule during the 12 hours of the day, while the other 12 have no connection at all to time. The same principle applies to the 12 stitches in tefillin of the hand, which according to the Mishnah Chassidim correspond to the 12 combinations of Adnai. There too, 12 of the possible 24 combinations are related to these stitches, while the other 12 are not related to the tefillin at all. At any rate, 12 of the permutations of the Tetragrammaton rule during the 12 hours of the day, and 12 combinations of the name Adnai rule during the 12 hours of the night, so that the other 12 don't have a connection. This is what the Rebbe says here. The other 12 have no connection at all to time. They transcend time. Very interesting Sefer Tanya today for Thursday. Let's continue with Friday. Shalom bless you all, and Mashiach now, and let's continue to Friday right away.